Okay, today our plan is to create a retro camper icon in assembly on the iPad. And you can do this on an iPhone as well. The apps are exactly the same, except, the layout's a little bit different because the iPad screen is bigger. I just like to work on the iPad when I can because it's got that bigger interface. So I have already done my sketching, as you should always do before you start designing. And now we're going to start actually working on the icon. And it's just going to be a little retro travel camper, just because those are fun to do. So whenever we make anything, we want to look at our sketch and try and break it down into the basic shapes. So I really think that these teardrop shaped campers really have, a round shape to them. So I'm just going to start with this circle here. And you can always, when you have an item selected in assembly, you can drag anywhere on the screen to move it around within your canvas or even off of your canvas. Put that there. And then let's go ahead and let's grab a rounded rectangle. And we'll try and put that on the back side. And want to, you'll adjust these as you go along. So I always like to take whatever shape I have, and then I will duplicate them just using the duplicate on the side and drag those off before I do anything else to them. The next thing that I'm going to do here is select both these shapes, holding down on the screen, dragging over the top, and merge them together with the combine option. So that's a good start to our shape there, but we really need a lot more curve in the back end of this camper. And then we probably want to flatten out the bottom part. So let's grab our points and let's see what we can do. We're going to start by trying to eliminate this point. Okay, so now I have just one point on the end here. And I'm going to bring that down. There we go. That gives it much more of a teardrop style look to it. And then I'm going to grab this shape here, duplicate it, bring it over. And we just want a straight edge across the bottom there. So hold down on that, then we'll go into the select multiple shapes, select our main shape, and then we'll select cut out. Okay. Great. Now before we do anything else, let's go ahead and duplicate this, drag it off so we have that for later if we need it. Great. The one thing that I see here is just these corners on the bottom where we just did the cutout are really kind of sharp. So let's see if we can round those out. So tapping on it again, we'll tap on the pencil. We'll go to round. And we'll come over here. We don't need one of those. We only need one there. And round. Let's see. Oh, looks like there's actually, let's delete that one. That one in line. And we'll zoom in so we can get this other handle. We're just going to see if we can't round that out a little bit more. Make it not quite so harsh there. Okay, now we'll hit the back to get out of there. Okay, and that's looking very much like the shape of a teardrop trailer, which is great. We're getting close to where we want to be. Now let's go ahead and make the other main parts of this trailer. And we'll worry about color later. Right now I know it's orange, and it totally could be orange. That's one option, but let's go ahead and worry about the other parts for right now. So first, the tire. So we'll just go and take a circle, put this towards the back of the trailer, and then hitting the arrow on the far right, we're going to move that back. And we know that that tire, it's probably going to be black, so we can take care of its color right now. Just select black, and maybe we'll duplicate it, make it smaller, make it white, and move that in. And remember, you can just drag anywhere on the screen to move that around, line it up. So the next thing that we want to do is the door. So let's go ahead and go to our shapes. And the door is going to be a rectangle that has a circle at the top of it. So let's grab a rectangle, drag it up. Just make it the right size here. And we'll grab our circle. We want those two to match up. Select them both. And Oh, we almost forgot to duplicate those, so we can get back to that if we need to. Now we'll select both of them, but not the trailer, and merge them together. Beautiful. Now let's grab this circle again, duplicate it over here. Oh, not so big. And we'll shrink it down a little to make it our little window there. Down there. And then we'll just grab this rounded rectangle cylinder there to make the window in the back, little guy. And we're getting pretty close now, so now's a good time for us to start thinking about color. Okay, so we're looking for kind of a vintage color palette, and these pastels are pretty good for vintage. So let's go ahead and try one of these pinks on the trailer. Let's go ahead and make this window this kind of blue, this window this kind of blue, and then we'll change this door to this kind of yellow. And that's looking pretty good and vintage there. And I'm going to select this all, duplicate it, bring it over here. And a lot of times these trailers would be two-tone, so they'd be one color on the top and one color on the bottom. So I'm going to try that right now. I'm just going to select that shape, and grabbing another rectangle, we're just going to slice it in half, basically. So we want to make sure that the rectangle is fully over the edges of our camper shape. Then we'll select the camper, duplicate this one. So duplicate that. We'll bring that back in a second. Select the original, and we'll choose intersect. And that gives us the bottom half of our trailer, and we're going to go ahead and keep that. And then our top half, we're going to select this cream color. And we'll just bring that down so that it aligns up with the other. And then we'll just move it backwards. Oops, looks like we lost our window shape. But that's fine because we saved it. That's why we always save those. And then we'll just bring it back, line that up with the end. Okay, and now we have this two-tone camper trailer here, little teardrop trailer. And the last thing that we really need for this is the trailer hitch. Going to be probably pretty simple. We're just going to use a line here. Move that here. Move it to the back. You can remove something all the way to the back by just holding down on it for a moment on the back arrow. And then we want a little circle here on the end to be the ball of it. And we can use these nudge arrows in the left to get exactly where we want. Hold down on that, duplicate it, drag it off to the side so we have that for later. Hold down, select both of them, merge them together, and change their color to black. Alright, now we can go ahead and we will select this whole dealio, and we'll hit the link to group it together, and we can make a sticker out of it and use it other places as well. So that is how we create a retro teardrop camping trailer in assembly on the iPad. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to see me make other things on the iPad, please drop a comment in the comments section below. And remember, I do have full courses on assembly that I will link to in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.